Hello, I'm Doug, and this is the Taste and Sensibility channel. And somehow here we are together on day 13 of this Scotch Whiskey Advent Calendar that I've been tasting blind. And that's a really bad idea to do this on camera, but I've had a good time learning a few new distilleries and a few new finishes. And here I'm looking for 13. Seems like it should be easy to find. Half of these things are gone. Yes, this is exactly the halfway point. Oh, there it is, way down at the bottom. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, the disc is out. I'm going to get the bottle out and not look. So here we go. I'm going to pour half the bottle. This is pretty light stuff. And then put it in this little lens head so I can't see. So this has been really good, real interesting. Mostly, they're all independent bottlings of mostly cask strength single malts. So there's been a couple of blends, a couple of blended malts. And we're exactly at the halfway point. So I want to remind you to like the video down below, leave a question, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel, and click the bell to get notified the rest of the days of this and all the tasting videos that we'll do beyond this. This channel is not primarily about whiskey, but we've done honey, fresh cheeses, black licorice, and all sorts of crazy stuff. And whiskey is just a small part of it, usually just in December. So I'm going to let this sit with a cap on it. This is actually Scotch Test Dummies coin from their 5th anniversary gathering. So this is going to sit here for 15 minutes and open up and breathe and mix with air and do all sorts of things like that. So we'll be back shortly. Okay, I am back. This has been sitting about 15 minutes with a Scotch Test Dummies coin on it. And I'm going to nose it and taste it and see if I can figure out anything about it, besides being from Scotland. It's nice, light color. And there's some peat on the nose. It's a little smoky. It's a little malty. I think I'm getting all the marine notes of an Islay type thing. Or at very least some island. Yes, malty, salty, smoky. Oh, don't want to go out on a limb too early about the distillery, especially not from my nose. That sure smells like Islay. There's a few other slightly herbal notes. Maybe a few other things underneath, but the smoke is strong enough to obscure most of it. That's about all I'm going to get on the nose. Let's go to the palate. Woo, high ABV, high ABV. Whoa! Wow, this is Ardbeg territory. Or, the proof is so high, I'm going to confuse it with something else. But I think it's got all the savory notes I enjoy on Ardbegs. But this is like north of 60% ABV in here. Whoa! Wow. That is delicious. And hot is all get out. Okay, that's my last sip without adding some water. And I'm not going to be shy about a few drops going in. That is great stuff. Wow. I sure about Ardbeg? No, I can't say exactly, but I'm sure. Port Charlotte for Bruichladdich could be a choice. I don't think they would do an Octomore, and it doesn't have the Octomore feel. I don't think it's Lagavulin. But it's possible. Nope, I'm not getting any new notes. Okay, back to palate. Still hot, but very sweet, malty, fruity, light. It has some characteristics of Kalila or Lafroy Glore. Yeah, it's beautiful. Very nice. So I'm thinking this might be in the 8 to 10 year old range. No sign of a sherry cask anywhere. So I think it's just bourbon. And it's still way over 55% ABV. I'm going to do a little more water. And this is delicious. This is good stuff. Buttery, salty, malty, fruity, light, delicious. And the smoke is stinging your eyes when you're trying to find all those things. Whoa, that's great. I'm trying to zoom in on the marine notes to see if there's not really a medicinal note, but there's other seashore things. Seaweed, iodine, oysters. Getting a little spice on the nose now, like allspice or clove or nutmeg. Okay, the ABV's between 50 and 55 maybe, and it's really a good point for it. That's really good. So I'm going to go ahead and guess Ardbeg. This is just good. I don't remember seeing independent bottlings of Ardbeg. If it's not some other Islay distillery. Wow. That's delicious. Bourbon only maturation. Islay, 8 to 10 years old. ABV was north of 60 when I first tasted it, down to north of 50 right here, and that's the sweet spot for me, my palate. Smokiness is tamed a little bit down. The sweetness keeps coming out. Okay, so I want to find out while I have a couple of sips left. So here we go. Day 13. Is it lucky? Single Cask Nation. 2008 Undisclosed Islay. 7-year-old. So that's a good start. That's agreeing with my assessment. First fill bourbon. Region Islay. 56.3% ABV. So I overshot the ABV estimate a little bit, but I was right on Islay. I was right on pretty young. Didn't go as young as 7. And man, I'm going with Kalila or Ardbeg. They have very different characters. I wonder where they got matured. Kalila swept away to the mainland early on, and Ardbeg would just sit there. So I don't know what I have no idea. Oh, look, there's a bottling date inside here. It's either June 4th or April 6th of 2015. Okay, Enough for that aside. I'd say it's got all the Kalila notes. I'd say it's another Kalila, and they can't tell us about it. I don't think it's really got all the savory Ardbeg things I was thinking I was smelling. I think it was ABV providing so many more flavors and notes. And now that it's down, it's much more like a Kalila. So, and I'm not sure there's going to be any way to check or that I'll find any more information about it. But if I do, I'll get it on the description or put it over, do an overlay on the screen. That's the great thing about this calendar. Cask strength, single malts, even if they don't tell you what they are delicious. So, hope you get to partake of something like this at some point and do some blind tastings. You learn so much about whiskey, you learn so much about your palate and what you really like and what you think of things that you think you like. So, that'll do it for this one. So, come back for next time and Merry Christmas.